Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. This evening promises to be truly transformative as I am about to take you through the launch of 10X International School, Mysuru. We have gathered here today not just to open the doors to another institution. We are actually here to reveal new horizons to education itself. 10X International School Mysuru is one that is rooted very deeply in Mysuru's very legacy of learning, leadership, and cultural excellence. Mysuru has a timeless tradition of promoting wisdom, art, and innovation. As evidence of this, Mysuru has given the world and India great thinkers and pioneers over the years in the field of philosophy, art, writing, and radio. It is in this very city of Mysuru that the past and the future walk seamlessly hand in hand. And 10X International Mysuru is here to uphold this very tradition that Mysuru has. 10X is a proud product of the Indus Trust. For over 2 decades, Indus has established itself as a trailblazer in the K-12 education sector, beginning its flagship school in Bengaluru. It has since expanded to Hyderabad, Pune, and Belgavi, driven by the singular vision of transforming education. The legacy of innovation and excellence continues with 10X International School, first launched in Bengaluru, now finding its way and its new home in the heritage city of Mysuru. The vision of 10X is to nurture academic excellence, to uphold social equity, to drive relentless innovation, and to inspire true nation building. We are committed to creating an environment where students don't just learn, but they also lead, create, and transform the world around them. Today is not just about celebrating a new beginning, ladies and gentlemen. It's about launching a movement, one that stands for excellence, equity, innovation, and hope. We thank you for being a part of this very historic moment, and welcome to 10X International School. This is where the future begins, and a future that belongs to every child. On this occasion, His Highness Yaduveer Krishnadatta Wadiyar, Maharaja of Mysore and Member of Parliament for the Mysuru and Kodagu constituency is with us this evening. We are immensely grateful, sir, to have you with us gracing this launch of 10X International Mysuru School. The Indus Trust The Indus Trust would not stand at the forefront of K-12 education without the vision and leadership of its founding trustees. I take pleasure in introducing them. Dr. Kumar Malavalli, who joins us live today from the USA, is the co-founder of Brocade Communications and a global pioneer in the storage networking industry. I take this opportunity to express special gratitude to the Malavalli family for their deep commitment to Mysuru. Their sense of belonging and vision have been central to the birth of 10X International School in the city of Mysuru. Mr. H.B. Jairaj, chairman of the HRB Group, with ventures spanning real estate, hospitality, and healthcare. Although he is unable to join us here today, we are delighted to be joined by Mr. Balram Jairaj, managing director of the HRB Group and trustee of the Indus Trust. Welcome, sir. Professor Shivram Malavalli, who has been instrumental in building Mysuru's vibrant startup and entrepreneurship ecosystem. He will also be joining us live today. Mr. Sushil Mantri, Chairman and Managing Director of Mantri Developers, who has played a significant role in shaping Karnataka's real estate policies. The pioneering journey of the Indus Trust in transforming K-12 education has been driven by the visionary leadership of its managing director and CEO, Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, PVSM VSM, a soldier scholar whose foresight, courage, and audacity of purpose have redefined education through bold innovation and a fearless commitment to change. I would also like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sarojini Rao, Principal of Indus International School, Bangalore, whose exemplary leadership has been instrumental in shaping the Indus brand into what it is today. Under her guidance, the school has proudly held the #1 national ranking for an incredible 13 consecutive years. We are also grateful to Mr. Sandeep Chabra, Principal of Indus International School, Pune. We would also like to thank and welcome Ms. Farida Fraz, Principal of Indus International School, Hyderabad, for joining us this evening and for their unwavering commitment to excellence across the Indus network. An important event such as this deserves an auspicious beginning. Just as a flame dispels darkness, may the lamp of knowledge also kindle wisdom and new beginnings. I invite our esteemed dignitaries, render this occasion sacred and illuminate the path ahead by lighting the ceremonial lamp.
Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु
What better way to begin the journey of 10x Mysuru than with an invocation song that embodies courage, clarity of purpose, perfectly aligned with our vision. We now present Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore. Antara Mishra and Aisha Bahirwani from Indus International School, Bengaluru, bring Tagore's powerful and timeless anthem to life.
जहाँ मुक्ति से ज्ञान मिले been broken into fragments by war, where words do come out from the depths of truth. टुकड़े ना हुए तेरे सृष्टि के शब्दों में सच्चाई बसे, where tireless striving stretches arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the desert of dead habit, जहाँ कोशिश की बाहें परिपूर्णता को ढूंढे, विवेक की धारा ना सूखे कभी, शुष्क प्रथा की मिट्टी में, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever winding thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, my Father. तेरी शक्ति ले जाए मेरे मन को, मेरे माँ करम जहाँपन पे, उस मुक्ति के स्वर्ग में ले चल प्रभु मेरे, पिता मेरे. Let my country, मेरे देश को, let my country, मेरे देश को
Thank you, Antara and Aisha. These inspiring thoughts of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore perfectly signify the tenets at 10x: fearlessness, innovation, clarity of thought, and unwavering honesty. These are values that can never be irrelevant. I pray that we all jointly pledge to serve these values, especially in the backdrop of the recent mindless massacre of innocents. Our prayers are with their families this evening. We now invite you to witness a graceful Bharatnatyam performance by our students from Indus Bangalore International School. Bharatnatyam is not just a performing art. It is a profound expression of discipline, storytelling, and tradition. They will this evening be performing to Bo Shambho, a piece that pays homage to Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, celebrating the divine union of energy and consciousness.
शिव शंभो स्वयंभो ओम शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो ओम शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो ओम शंभो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो ॐ शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो गङ्गाधर शङ्कर करुणाकर मामव भवसागर तारक गङ्गाधर शङ्कर करुणाकर मामव भवसागर तारक भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूता प्रपञ्चरहिता निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूता प्रपञ्चरहिता निज गुह निहित नितान्तनन्ता निज गुह निहित नितान्तनन्ता आनन्द अतिशय अक्षय लिङ्गा भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो धिमिद धिमि धिमि किट किटतो तोम तोम तरि किट किटतो धिमिद धिमि धिमि किट तोम 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 तरि किट किटतोम मतंग मुनिवर वन्दित ईशा मतंग मुनिवर वन्दित ईशा सर्व दिगंबर वेष्टित वेश नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेश ईश सवेश सर्वेश भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो शम्भो शिव शम्भो स्वयम्भो
Thank you for that wonderful performance. I do hope you all have enjoyed the same. It is now my honor to introduce a leader whose extraordinary journey from the battlefield to the classroom has redefined what it means to serve a nation. Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, PVSM VSM, is a soldier scholar and the visionary force behind the Indus Trust. A decorated officer of the Indian Army, he is best known for his groundbreaking work in Ladakh, where he led the Operation Sadbhavana, a mission of peace through education, women's empowerment, and community development. His leadership during this time transformed the role of the military from one of conflict to one of nation building. General Ray's most enduring legacy lies in education, which is his second calling. As the CEO and managing director of the Indus Trust, he has been instrumental in shaping one of India's finest networks of international schools. His over-the-horizon thinking has helped to reimagine learning in the 21st century. He has advocated innovation, equity, and leadership as core competencies of future-ready education. His contributions to the field of education have earned him numerous accolades. Most recently, he was honored with the C4 Lifetime Achievement Award 24-25 for his outstanding contribution to education for next generation learners. Under his extraordinary leadership, Indus Trust is launching 10x International School in Mysuru today. Please join me in welcoming a change maker, a nation builder, and an education reformer, Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, as he shares his vision for Mysuru.
Your Highness, the Maharaja of Mysuru, trustees, esteemed guests, parents, educators, and dear students. It is our privilege to welcome you all this evening to the soft launch of 10x International School in Mysuru today. The first IB school in the city. This vision would not have been possible without the generous contribution made by Mr. Kumar Malavalli, a proud son of Mysuru and a globally respected entrepreneur based out of the Silicon Valley. Today is not just an inauguration, like most inaugurations are. It marks the beginning of a visionary journey to redefine education for the 21st century by preparing children for a future we do not know. A future that cannot be predicted, a future full of unknown unknowns. To ignite student entrepreneurship, and I emphasize this, as a strategic investment in the student's future. The traditional view has been entrepreneurship after college. In my view, what merits reconsideration in this new world that has emerged and is becoming more and more volatile and chaotic and innovative, I would say entrepreneurship immediately after school. You got so many examples like Bill Gates, like Steve Jobs, like the CEO and MD of Oracle. So many people, I can keep on counting them, Branson, who are all college dropouts. And I think it makes a lot of sense. And thirdly is to advance the concept of nation building in the remarkable city of Mysuru. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored here this evening by the presence of a great leader who continues to inspire us. Your Highness, your commitment to making Mysuru a smart city and transforming Coorg into a vibrant ecosystem of hospitals, schools, colleges, and industries aligns deeply with the mission of 10x School. We believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the future belongs to cities that invest in human minds. That is why we are here in Mysuru. This question was asked by the press, why Mysuru? And my answer is very simple. The future belongs to cities that invests in human minds. And that is what is the legacy of Mysuru. A powerful force multiplication of humanness, intellectual capital, artificial intelligence, and innovation. In the age of artificial intelligence, where disruption is the new norm, and the pace of change is unrelenting, unstoppable, and exponential, only one factor will determine who leads, who follows, and who stays behind. And that factor, ladies and gentlemen, is education. Not just education, but education that will preserve our humanness in the age of artificial intelligence. Today, therefore, we take this bold leap towards this vision of 10x. You are aware of the fact that our world is becoming increasingly volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. change, disruption, obsolescence, artificial intelligence, and now the coming singularity. The inflection point when machine intelligence will surpass human intelligence. According to many experts, this could happen as early as 2030, just 5 years from now. In this emerging scenario, academic rigor is no longer about memorization of facts, of content, of knowledge, of scoring 100 out of 100, that also in science and maths, followed by college placements. I think that's a very obsolete industrial age thinking. It is about preparing our students for a future we do not know. It is about critical thinking, creativity, innovation, and informed decision making. At 10X, therefore, we are committed to academic excellence beyond textbooks and beyond examinations. And what sets us apart, and this is probably the first school in India, is the power of choice which is given to a student. This is what leadership is about, the power of choice. There are 3 choices. Choice 1, admission in Ivy League colleges abroad. Choice 2, admission in premier institutions of our country. And choice 3 is to become entrepreneurs immediately after leaving school. We believe that academic excellence and entrepreneurship are not 2 separate routes. They are 2 sides of the same coin. Because in today's academic world, tomorrow's academic world, academic rigor is not scoring 100 out of 100 in your examination. It is the creative application of knowledge. From knowledge about, to knowledge to do, to knowledge to be, and to knowledge become. Because, and this is, I was going to speak to the media about this when there was a slight interruption. To excel intellectually is to innovate boldly. You cannot excel intellectually unless you are a bold innovator. And you cannot lead in academics unless you think like an entrepreneur. This is why 10X leaders are expected to be practitioners of their craft. Mathematics teachers who are mathematicians, physics teachers who are physicists, history teachers who are historians, and business teachers who are entrepreneurs. Ladies and gentlemen, a very unique feature of 10X school, something which no other school in the world has, and maybe a few odd universities in the world may have, is a department of life entrepreneurship. In an uncertain and a rapidly evolving world, success will belong to those people who will lead with purpose, with vision, extreme focus, who can transform ideas into sustainable solutions, who innovate, who build startups, and who can design their future. Therefore, the Life Entrepreneurship Department provides hands-on experiences to our students in 21st century leadership and creative experiences in entrepreneurship. Here, students don't just prepare for the future, they create the future. That is what leadership and entrepreneurship is all about. I'm using this word leadership and entrepreneurship. I'd like to underscore this fact by saying all entrepreneurs are leaders, but very few leaders are entrepreneurs. The 21st century, the new 21st century, demands more of entrepreneurs and less of leaders. And finally, India is expected to be the 3rd largest economy by 2030. We have the capability, we are working towards it, and God willing, we'll be there. We must therefore ensure that our brightest minds see their own country, India, as a land of boundless opportunities for innovation and entrepreneurship. Regrettably, the vast majority of IB students who graduate from our schools in India for higher studies, they go abroad and they don't come back. In the process, India is losing a lot of talent. And therefore, in the context of nation building, we must try and reverse this brain drain. Therefore, one of our key objectives in 10X is to instill a deep sense of nation building in our students. And in this mission, we find inspiration in Mysuru's heritage, a city known for its academic and cultural excellence, as well as its spiritual and philosophical depth. This is a very rare combination. You don't find these in cities. This is why our school's invocation song, which you heard a little while back, crafted by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, is the spirit our children in 10X will inherit. Courage, dignity, self-reliance, and social equity, where excellence in education is not a privilege of the few, but a right of the many. In conclusion, we believe that the future of Mysuru and Coorg will not be shaped by infrastructure and technology alone, but by its people. We therefore pledge in 10X Mysuru to nurture a new generation of young leaders in the city who see human-centered leadership as a moral imperative in the age of artificial intelligence. Champions of academic excellence, innovation, nation building, and social equity. Under your visionary leadership, Your Highness, Mysuru will not only become a smart city, it will also become a city of the future. There are many, many smart cities in India, but I don't know whether there is any city of the future. And this is why I have great hopes and aspirations in what I am saying. It will also become a knowledge hub for world-class education that will be accessible by all and not just a privileged few. Because it is education, not information, that transforms the destiny of human beings and countries and cities. Because when knowledge is guided by wisdom, there is no future we cannot shape. And in this, the main thing that we require, the vision is there, we require intense focus. And I can't find any better person than Swami Vivekananda who expresses this in his very powerful words. Take up one idea, make that idea your way of life, dream of it, think of it, live on that idea. One idea. No distraction. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the focus we require. This is the way to success. I'd like to thank, on all our behalf, Your Excellency, for having found time to come to us this evening. We are greatly inspired by you, by your leadership, by your love for the city. We all live in lovely cities. Very few of us contribute towards making that city great. And I think that is the greatness which I see in you. And with these words, I thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, especially those who have come this evening from the city itself. It's been a great honor and privilege to be speaking to you. Thank you very much.
It is now my privilege to introduce Dr. Kumar Malavalli. We get inspired, then we act on it. So thank you for the inspiration. It is now my privilege to introduce Dr. Kumar Malavalli, a visionary, technologist, and philanthropist, and one of the driving forces behind the realization of 10x Mysuru. Dr. Kumar Malavalli has been a relentless advocate for innovation in both technology and education for social impact. He is a recipient of the Silicon Valley Engineering Hall of Fame induction, an honorary doctorate, and recipient of the Karnataka Rajyotsava Award. Driven by a deep sense of belonging to his hometown, Dr. Malavalli has been instrumental in the creation of 10x Mysuru as a gift to the city that shaped him. He's joining us live from the USA. Please welcome Dr. Kumar Malavalli.
Thank you very much for introducing me. I'm Arjun Ray. Thanks for the invitation to the formal launch of Indus Tennis School in Mysuru, my hometown. The tennis school is created by Indus and enabled by Malavalli, as you rightly said. I'm honored and excited to be part of the launch. I appreciate your tremendous effort and determination in launching the Indus Tennis School. Kudos goes to all the members of the staff that worked hard and diligently with you to make the achievement possible. Being a serial entrepreneur myself, I strongly believe that every young person has a flame of entrepreneurship within. The flame needs to be turned externally for it to come out and shine, making the young person think out of the box and become the true entrepreneur, contributing to the prosperity of self and society in general. My vision for Indus, when it was founded, was to provide education with a difference to make students not only academically excellent, but also socially relevant with leadership and entrepreneurial qualities. My vision was also to equip the student with a technology tool to make them lifelong learners and entrepreneurs in an increasingly unpredictable world. I would like to talk briefly about general concept of Indus 10x School, which is a school of innovation and a part of esteemed Indus Group, which is India's leading innovator in education, shaping the future leaders. 10x International School, Mysuru, an IB candidate school, offers a comprehensive IB curriculum for grades 9 to 12. The fee is half of that fractional IB school charge, and scholarships are given to bright students who cannot afford. The student gain the skills and competencies repeatedly top university admission worldwide. The STAMH philosophy, which is adopted at 10x School, combine all the components in STAMH, that is science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and humanities. Utilizing a cutting-edge STAMH lab outfitted with 3D printers, drones, virtual reality technology, artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, and augmented reality. It is important to point out that the 10x International School was created to harness the positive power of academic excellence, exceptional technologies, and innovative competencies to create leaders of tomorrow who will be future ready as the life and business entrepreneurs. The students are prepared not just to be 10 times better than 10 times different. Once again, I thank General Ray and every member of the Indus and also Honorable Maharaja who is present in the meeting and the staff that made the innovative project happen. Last but not least, my sincere thanks go to my co-trustees of Indus, Mr. Sushil Mantri Mr. Jairaj and Professor Shivaram Malavalli for the support and cooperation to creation and launching of 10X International School under the umbrella of prestigious India. At this juncture, I wish 10X International School Mysuru tremendous success in years to come. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at the most awaited and defining moment
Thank
of
you,
this
sir.
evening.
Thank you so much, sir.
Be a bit of a
Sir, can you hear me?
Could you disconnect
issue
the
from
call?
I don't know whether
Thank you. The official launch of the 10X International School Mysuru. This is more than just an unveiling of the same. It is the birth of a bold new vision in education, a model for the future, and a commitment to transforming lives through innovation, equity, and excellence. To mark this historic moment this evening, we now unveil the physical model of 10X International School Mysuru to get a glimpse into the future that we are building together. I invite on stage His Highness Yaduveer Krishnadatta Chamraja Wadiyar, the trustees of the Indus Trust, Mr. Sushil Mantri, Mr. Balram Jairaj, Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, Dr. Sarojini Rao, and Dr. Jhala, to join us in unveiling the 10X model and officially inaugurate this landmark institution. May I request Your Highness to stay back to say a few words to the audience. Thank you.
Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, Dr. Kumar Malavalli, the esteemed trustees of the Indus Trust, various principals from the many schools of Indus, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, and police personnel. I'm myself a student of IB. I was at the Canadian International School. At that time, I believe Canadian and Indus were the only two schools in Bangalore. There was probably a third one. I suppose it's been lost to time. But we were, I suppose, in many ways the experimental batch, because at that time we were still all in deep waters, and our batch, I know in Canadian for a fact, was still considered very much experimental in the fact that many of the teachers themselves were navigating these new waters. But since then, IB has taken firm root in India and has been seen as one of the most pioneering curriculums to achieve strong leaders, to achieve people who are wanting to be more innovative, take the plunge of entrepreneurship and craft ideas that are uniquely Indian in their approach, despite it being a curriculum coming from the Western world. I think now it has amalgamated and understood its own model within India, a hybrid model, if I may, and is going forward, I think, with all the aspirations of new India, and has certainly served to create a very positive development all across India. And in light of that, 10x school coming to Mysore and extending this IB curriculum here is very much needed and much needed in this hour. And I wholeheartedly welcome such a positive development in Mysore. My congratulations to all of you on the launch of this school, and I hope and I'm sure that in the years to come, as the school comes to Mysore and extends its services to our people, it will ensure that our populace has a great infrastructure and a great facility towards achieving our ends. It is even more so, I think, in support, given the very nice principle and the very nice emotion or the sentiment you have extended, in that you want to be firmly rooted in the tradition and values of our city while taking up a modern agenda and moving forward towards that modern world. I think in every way that extends towards the general feeling of Mysore is that while we are firmly rooted in that tradition and that heritage, we want to move forward in a sustainable way with every facility available to the modern world available in our city as well. And I think endearing yourselves to that sentiment is something that is a cause for us also to endear ourselves to you. So my congratulations once more to all of you. It is indeed an honor to have such a development in Mysore, and I look forward to all of the wonderful work that you all will do and the many collaborations we will undoubtedly share in this journey forward. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're well aware, the school has, at its launch itself, given the idea that this is a school for innovation. It's taking up very much a new stance, a diabolical agenda in terms of pushing innovation very much at the earlier stages of education going forward. I don't know how many of you may have paid attention during the US elections. There was a snippet about India, about us Indians in the US being the most rich family in terms of income amongst all of the communities in the US. It is, I think, not much of a surprise given the fact that Indians at their root are hardworking. If given the right environment and given the right facility to us, there is no limit that can really keep us at bay in terms of achieving our ends. The same has to be extended to India. I cannot say, of course, Lieutenant General mentioned the many outliers, the Bill Gates, the creators of the many institutions that are at the forefront of innovation today, Facebooks, the Apples, the Googles. Of course, all of their CEOs as well are Indians in many cases as well. But again, in that framework of being in a Western country, perhaps the US or others, that allows a more freedom for the mind to expand. My own journey, especially since coming into politics, I understand that innovation is not just required for these outliers. These outliers will come nonetheless because they are outliers. They will break the barrier, whatever be the framework given to them. But for the general populace to be more innovative is much the need of the hour. I cannot say how many times within the framework of policy making, of its being implemented locally here by administrators, for us as politicians, for us as as people who are trying to take leadership, so hard to break them out of that framework and apply creativity and apply innovative ideas so that you can ensure ends can be met. There are several issues that stem from this fact that it isn't by the rule book. Only a few days ago in Mysore, we lost 40 trees towards the idea of road expansion. Very conveniently, it is within the framework of law, because without above 50 trees is the only time when you have to call for public hearing. Conveniently, it was 40 trees. And the aspect of these trees being part of a heritage city, that's part and parcel of the identity of Mysore, was conveniently overlooked because there is no special policy in Mysore. So the administrators who enact the policy that we as politicians create very conveniently do it within that framework and find a way to utilize that framework so that it is limited to that. If some innovation was added in that aspect, the ideas of heritage of these trees itself being there, we wouldn't have had to lose those trees. Some innovative ideas towards transplantation, some innovative ideas towards creating roads, expanding roads without having to lose the trees would have come into place. But because of those same limitations, because of the lack of application of innovation, we seem to have lost these trees. And this is the case world over in India. This is the case rather pan-India. So the application and the understanding of being innovative and creative at the root at an early age is much needed in India for all of us going forward. And I think this step that you have taken towards adding innovation at the root here from early stages is much needed and very much a welcome development as well. Secondly to that, of course, IB as a stepping stone for going abroad, I will undoubtedly, very much the reason for me as well coming to IB was the idea that I would be going abroad as well. It was put into stone. So we chose IB for that very same agenda. But I think now coming back to this idea of hybrid India, understanding that there is much to gain from the ideas that are coming from the West, but we have to craft it within our own vision, is much needed going forward. I think IB needs to consider that position going forward. It's still the case that many people coming into IB are looking at it as a stepping stone for moving abroad because the curriculum suits that agenda. I think this one course correction slowly needs to come in the way, and I think General Ray has hit the nail on the head in that aspect, that IB certainly needs to be looking at this agenda. India is uniquely positioned at this hour to take benefit of all of the geopolitics that is happening, all of the economic transformation, the new developments such as AI, such as cyber, such as everything that comes with Web 4.0. India is uniquely placed to take advantage of this. We have language on our side, we have the expertise on our side, and we have the will on our side. But more than all of that should be a joint aspirations to see India come back to its former glory leading at the forefront as a global superpower. Up till the 13th, 14th century, India was at the helm of affairs world over. We had leading universities. Everything that was worth having was exported out of India. The Silk routes started from India. After that, of course, the vicissitudes of time ensured that we faced a downward trajectory. But now, going forward, with the aspirations of all Indians to create this Viksit Bharat that our Prime Minister has said, it looks towards India's complete economic development, but alongside that, placing India back on the forefront of dictating and extending its good principles towards being a world leader. And I think this joint aspiration has to come into our education system. We need to understand that India is going to be the leader of tomorrow, and it's our youth and those that we are churning out of our system that will take this mantle forward. And in that view, I think our education systems require that understanding of being uniquely Indian. We should take what is good from the West, such as IB, but remold it in a uniquely Indian vision and a uniquely Indian model going forward. And this Swadeshi model, if I may, is what we should be taking forward in the years to come. We cannot reject all of the world's advances which has come from globalization and from the Western world. At the same time, the cultural identity of India, the immense amount of knowledge systems that are prevalent in our country, and all of the traditional aspects that have made our country so well liked needs to be melded together in this hybrid model or this Swadeshi model going forward. And this is, I think, above all else, the need of the hour, and our various curriculums and various schools need to address this if we are going to succeed in the years to come. I'm sure that the Indus School will certainly embody this. The fact that you have approached our city of Mysore, I think, is proof enough. I'm always here as your representative to help out in any which way in my office, and the many institutions that the palace also runs will be most happy to collaborate going forward in any endeavor that you are taking up from the Indus Trust or from 10X School. We're always here to help out and move forward. I'm sure that your vision and your good offices will bring a much needed new agenda to Mysore that will be firmly rooted in its tradition and its values, and will all add tremendous value to our city as well going forward. Education and Mysore have been uniquely related from at least another 100 and 120, 130 years. You mentioned Swami Vivekananda. His coming here ensured that the then erstwhile state created the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Subsequently, the first university outside of British India was created in Mysore. Prior to all of that, the Raja's Free School extended education for all classes of people in the mid-1800s as well. All of these advancements have made sure that Mysore, at least in the modern, that's the last 200 years, have been at the forefront of education. I think this development continues that tradition of bringing innovative educational ideas to Mysore. And I'm sure you all will take that legacy forward. And with you all now coming to Mysore, you as well are custodians of that Mysore legacy. And we are all here to help you. And I'm sure that you'll bring tremendous value to our city, and it will be a beacon for us all going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting me here and giving me the privilege of addressing you all today and inaugurating this wonderful venture. I cannot say how pleased I am to have a curriculum that has, in many ways, I am indebted towards forming the person that I have today. Certainly in my formative years, a tremendous influence on me. It is great that that is being extended to all of my fellow citizens here in Mysore, and I'm sure we will be much better for it here being in Mysore. My thanks again to the organization, to the Indus Trust, to Lieutenant General as well for this wonderful program that has been meticulously organized here in Mysore. I look forward to all of the collaborations and all of the good work you will be doing, and we will be here every step of the way to help in any which way possible going forward. Thank you so much, and my best wishes to all of you. Many congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you for the unconditional support you're extending towards 10X Mysuru. And truly, the leaders of tomorrow have to be different. Ladies and gentlemen, now get ready for a conversation like no other. A panel discussion that doesn't just include visionary minds, but also a humanoid robot. Yes, you heard that right. The next segment brings together three incredible panelists. Mr. Bhaskar Kalale, President of TAI Mysuru, and Chairman Equalize RCM, a US healthcare BPO. Mr. Vignesh Rao, Director of the Eagle Robot Lab under the Indus Trust, the lab behind the world's first teacher robots. And joining them live on stage, the Indus Trust's very own cutting-edge humanoid, the Eagle 7. Together, they'll explore a future that's already unfolding inside our classrooms, where artificial intelligence, human teachers, and students work as equal partners in a revolutionary framework called the Collaborative Learning Model, also called the CLM. At 10X, the CLM isn't just a concept, it's a living reality. It redefines education as a three-way partnership between the teacher as a facilitator, the student as a self-driven learner, and AI as a responsive, real-time mentor. It's where technology doesn't replace the human, it only enhances and personalizes the entire learning journey. Lieutenant General Arjun Ray and Indus International School have been awarded a patent for the invention entitled Interactive Humanoid Robot to facilitate teaching in a collaborative classroom learning environment by the Patent Office, Government of India. So buckle up and for a bold and thought-provoking conversation on how artificial intelligence is transforming the future of education, not tomorrow, but today, right here and right now. I invite Mr. Bhaskar Kalale and Mr. Vignesh Rao and Eagle 7 for a one-of-a-kind panel on the role of AI in education.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome Mr. Bhaskar Kalale, President TAI Mysuru, and also Eagle 7, which is our latest humanoid from Eagle Robot Lab. Today we would be discussing on the role of artificial intelligence in education. I believe that artificial intelligence in education does not replace the human teacher. It acts as an effective collaborative partner, ensuring teacher effectiveness, personalization of learning, greater student engagement, and effective learning in the classroom. What are your views, Mr. Kalale?
Do I need this or can I? What?
You need that. You need
Yeah.
that. No, you,
All right. I think
you need this. You need
I need this. All right. Collaboration is going to be very, very critical in a classroom, particularly when there is only one teacher today, and now you've got two teachers, right? So two facilitators, so as to speak. And I think collaboration is even more important with the AI coming into the classroom, because if you look at, there are three actors. There were three actors earlier, the teacher, the students, and the parents. And now you've got four actors or four stakeholders. So therefore the collaboration in a classroom between what an eagle can do and what a regular human teacher can do, I think is going to define how the learning experience for the students is going to be. So I would probably would love to hear what Eagle has to say about that.
It sounds like you're discussing the role of artificial intelligence in the classroom and how it can impact the learning experience. AI can indeed act as an effective partner to enhance teacher effectiveness and student engagement. Collaboration between AI and human teachers can provide various benefits in the learning process, creating a more dynamic and interactive classroom environment. The synergy between technology and human touch can lead to a more personalized and adaptive learning experience for students, where each can complement the other's strengths. This collaboration has the potential to redefine the educational experience for both teachers and students, shaping a more inclusive and innovative learning environment.
While I agree with this, I feel the biggest challenge is the shift in the mindset of educators and teachers today. Teachers feel that artificial intelligence will replace them, but what they need to understand is that education is moving towards collective intelligence, where you have the best of human intelligence and the best of AI working together, thinking together and thinking differently to solve complex problems of the world.
I agree with that. Whenever there are disruptions in technology and whenever there are new innovations, there is going to be a fear, right? So particularly if I were to go back, let's say 100 plus years ago, when Ford installed its first assembly line, the fear was that people are going to lose jobs, but exactly the opposite happened, right? So it created more demand for cars because the cars became cheaper, etc. And just in our own lifetime, in the last 30, 40 years, when the computers came into the picture, the same fear existed. But now we see that that is not true. I believe, Vignesh, that going forward, the same thing is going to happen in the classroom as well. So as new technologies like the Eagles enter the classroom, there are going to be people who are going to be early adopters, so as to speak, and there are going to be people who will probably wait and watch what exactly is going to happen. But I believe that this is a technology or an innovation that is badly needed in the classrooms, because there's a humongous opportunity for us once this comes into real classroom and across different classes and schools, because it can help students who, for example, have learning disabilities, for example, right? And it could also potentially reduce the digital divide as well. I'm hoping it will reduce the digital divide, but I would love to, but the mindset of people has to change, of course. The parents particularly have to adopt it. Parents have to accept and acknowledge the fact that the life is moving on, that life is changing, and the mindset of the parents to change to make sure that they allow their students to be part of such an environment, I think is going to be a big deal. So I don't know what Eagle would say with respect to changing the mindset of parents or everybody else for that matter. Eagle?
It seems like you're discussing the mindset shift needed regarding the role of artificial intelligence in education. Teachers may have concerns about AI replacing them. However, the concept of collective intelligence emphasizes the collaboration between human and AI to address complex problems effectively. Just like historical technological advancements led to new opportunities rather than replacing existing roles, AI in education can enhance learning experiences and cater to diverse needs, such as assisting students with learning disabilities. Adoption of new technologies like AI in classrooms can lead to significant improvements and innovations, providing a more inclusive and dynamic educational environment. Educating parents and stakeholders about the benefits of integrating AI can play a crucial role in fostering acceptance and embracing the changes in the learning landscape.
While I completely agree with this, I feel that as artificial intelligence and exponential technologies continue to evolve, the purpose of education and the role of the teacher must evolve as well. Therefore, the purpose of education today is preparation for life, and the role of the teacher is shifting from just being a knowledge provider to a wisdom worker.
Sure, absolutely. I think what I believe is with technologies like these coming into the classroom, it's going to give a lot more, make the entire curriculum or entire teaching process a lot more efficient. It'll probably free up the teachers to do many different other things that they could not do earlier. For example, building the curriculum itself or the curriculum planning or maybe even correcting the papers, etc., could be taken away from the teachers, and they could probably now spend a lot more time in character building or the personality building of the students, while the robot or systems like these can impart the regular knowledge, but the actual human-to-human connection and as His Highness was saying about a nation building, the character building and therefore the nation building, I think that is where the teachers can probably focus on and start working with the students. Eagle?
It seems like you're exploring the impact of exponential technologies, like AI, on education and the evolving role of teachers. Integrating technologies into the classroom can enhance efficiency, allowing teachers to focus on tasks such as personalizing curriculum, character building, and meaningful student interactions. While AI systems can assist in imparting knowledge, the essential human-to-human connection remains crucial for character development and holistic education. Empowering teachers with technology can streamline administrative tasks, giving them more time to dedicate to nurturing students' personal growth and fostering meaningful relationships in the classroom. This synergy between technology and human touch can pave the way for a more enriched educational experience.
Thank you, Dr. Kalale, Mr. Kalale, for your this insightful conversation, and thank you, Eagle, for your insights as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. This was very different for me. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you found the insights insightful. If you have any more questions or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to ask.
another time. Thank you, Mr. Kalale and Mr. Rao, for that very engaging and insightful conversation on what AI is capable of doing in the future, and only, especially in the field of education. I would now like to invite on stage Dr. Chirag Jhala, Principal of 10X International Mysuru, to give a vote of thanks and share his views with us.
Thank you, everyone. Am I audible, everyone? Okay. So now we know Eagle is no different than a traditional teacher. She enjoys discussing and interesting ideas. So it's not a misfit, it's part of us. Now today, it's been an amazing day for us. We have just started. And on behalf of my entire 10X team, and of course my Indus family, I'd like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to Shri Yaduveer Wadiyar sir for being here and gracing this occasion. Your support and your vision for Mysuru, it actually helps us place ourselves in the city of bright minds and beautiful lives. And as a token of gratitude that you have given us today by being here, we are here to make a promise to you. We are going to be part of Berunda Foundation and Cyberverse platform, and we are going to work with you, along with you, to ensure that Mysuru steals the show every single time in the coming days. Thank you, sir. I'm also grateful to the trustees, Dr. Kumar Malavalli, Professor Shivram Malavalli, Sri Mantriji, Mr. Balram, and Mr. Jairaj as well, who is not here with us today. Your support and your belief in us makes this possible. And a very special thank to Lieutenant General Arjun Ray, whose vision always keeps us on our toes and keeps us motivating every single moment. We always looked up to you, and we always want to make sure that your vision goes through. And Dr. Sarojini Rao, a distinguished educationist, whose mere presence elevates this platform to a different level altogether. Thank you, ma'am. And the parents, the students, and all the distinguished guests over here. You guys are here for a very simple reason, because you want to bring the change that we believe in. And that gives us assurance that we are not alone. We have a full support from the parents, from the students, from the teachers, and the entire community that we can do this. Thank you very much, and have a very good evening.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Your presence today reflects a shared belief in the power of education to shape a better future. This is just the beginning of a movement rooted in innovation, purpose, and transformation. We're grateful for your support, and we look forward to building the future together. May I please request the audience rise for the national anthem?